Hi everyone, this is Greenville Guy on fishforums.net. I just wanted to show the method I use for acclimating a new fish to the tank with the drip method, and I wanted to do a quick video showing the setup of that and the process that I go through. So I have a new dwarf gourami that I'm going to put into my Bolivian ram community tank, and the setup basically is I have a tall step ladder which allows me to get the water above the level of the tank. I have a bucket that I'm going to fill with some water. I have an extra tank heater to keep the water heated as it's dripping into the bag, which I'm going to float in the tank. So the bag that has the fish is going to be floating in the tank in a couple minutes. So I also have a thermometer that I can make sure that the temperature in the drip water is fine. I have a drip tube here which is going to go from the bucket into the main bag that has the new fish. And I just use this tube to fill up the bucket from the main tank water here in a couple minutes. So I'm going to get things going and then I'll take more footage of what it looks like. Okay, I now have the drip acclimation running for the new fish. Dwarf gourami there, you can see floating in the bag from the local pet store. So the first thing I did was to cut off the top of this bag, roll it down and attach it to the side of the tank with a clip, and then I turned off the main tank light and I started floating the bag in there and secured it to the side. And then the rest of the drip setup that I have going here, I drained some of the existing tank water into this water container right here. I plugged in the heater. I have it so it's heat regulated. We're not losing temperature as it drips into the bag that has the fish in it. And I simply attached the drip line to the inside of the container with another chip clip, and that is running down here into the bag now. So I have it set to drip a few drips per second. Usually I leave it like that for the first hour, and then I do a second hour and I increase the drip rate a good bit, maybe 5 or 6 drips per second. And as this goes, the bag starts to fill up with the good tank water that the fish needs to get used to. And so I periodically need to drain out some of this water so that the bag doesn't get over full. Probably I end up doing that 3 or 4 times through the process as I drain off a cup full of the water, just to make sure the bag's not getting too full, and it's also making sure that the fish is getting used to more and more tank water and less of the fish store water. I also put in an Airstone, just because I prefer to have a little surface agitation in the bag since the fish is in there for a couple of hours. And then I also turn the main tank light off just to kind of keep it a little more calm for the fish as it adjusts to this new environment. So that's my setup for a drip acclimation. So this new fish has been in the bag for a little over 2 hours now. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the drip and put the fish into the water. Main thing to keep in mind when you're going to put a fish into your tank for the first time is you do not want to actually pour this bag of water into the tank, because any of the fish store water that's left in that bag has any kind of contaminants that exist in the fish store's filtration system. So the best thing to do with a new fish is to gently net it into the tank and let it swim out of the net. So I'm going to try to do that now.